We need to have a conversation about George Harrison's All Things Must Pass, because a lot of people seem to think it's a perfect album with no flaws, and that's not true. There's a lot of problems with this album, and listen, this is one of the best albums that came out of the solo discographies of the Beatles, but there's still a few things that have to be said. First of all, we have the album's length. Now listen, we love a long album. Some of my favorite albums ever are close to the 2-hour mark, but let's be honest, there's quite a bit of filler in this album. And while it does have many incredible songs, like If Not For You, Behind That Locked Door, My Sweet Lord, I'd Have You Anytime, you name it, there's a few that are not necessarily the best, Waiting on You All being a prime example. But the length is only a little issue. The bigger problem here is the production. And listen, depending on the version of the album you're listening to, this may not be a problem. There's remasters and deluxe versions that fix some of the production issues the album has, but if we look at the original version, my goodness. This guy here, Phil Spector, him and his infamous wall of sound technique, is all over this album. There's moments where the instrumental towers over George's vocals. So many songs in this album could benefit from a simpler instrumental build, What Is Life being a really good example, and it's probably worth noting, George agrees with me. After the album was released, he complained about the echo in the album multiple times, so yeah. However, I think my biggest issue with the album has to be the artistic ideal behind it. I really don't understand it. At moments, it feels like he was only trying to prove people wrong by releasing almost every song he had ready, and though there's nothing wrong with that necessarily, you need another reason to release an album. Ideally, there must be an artistic idea behind that album, but I simply don't feel like that's the case in this one. And once again, I love this album. I think it's great, but it could have been a lot better with a bit more planning and maybe a different producer, but that's only my opinion, so let me know what you think.